Okay, it's early March, and that's when a lot of people waste time. They plant warm weather crops too early, and they lose them to cold nights when they think they don't have a green thumb. Today, I'm going to give you safe winners for early March by zone band so you can plant with confidence, whether you're in a container, a backyard, or on land. In this series, we're keeping it simple with four zone bands: 3 to 5, 6 to 7, 8 to 9, and 11, 10 to 11. Find your band, follow that section, and it'll also tell you where to start indoors versus outside. So here's a zone reminder. If you don't know your zone, USDA zone, and search USDA hardiness zones plus your zip code. If your nights are still freezing, follow the colder band, even if your zip code says you should stay warmer. Zone A, 3 to 5 in the cold. Early March in zones 3 to 5 is mostly about starting and prepping, not rushing warm crops outside. Here are your winners. Start indoors, onions from seed and leeks. Brassicas like broccoli, cabbage, and kale. For cover outdoors or in a cold frame, spinach or arugula if your ground is not frozen solid. Now, for the container, backyard, or landowner, for a container, you can start onions and brassicas in trays and then pot up or up pot if needed. In your backyard, you can prep beds, add compost, and plant a simple row layout. For the landowner, this is the window to plan irrigation lines and fencing because animals will erase your progress fast. Now, one common mistake: planting tomatoes or peppers outside because it feels warm for a few days. Too warm afternoons don't cancel cold nights. So for zone B, zone 6 through 7, this is in the moderate zone. In zone 6 through 7, early March is where you can start to get real plants in the ground, especially the cool season. Your winners are peas, snap, snow, or shelling, leafy greens, spinach, lettuce, and arugula, root crops, radishes, or carrots if your soil is loose enough. You can start indoors as a bonus, but you start indoors now for laters like tomatoes, which are early starters, and peppers, they like to take a longer runway. For containers, backyard, and landowners, containers, your peas can climb a simple trellis on a patio. Backyard, loosen soil deeper for carrots and keep the top layer evenly moist. For your landowner, plant your greens in succession rows so you can harvest weekly instead of all at once. Now for Zone C. That's zones 8 through 9 where it's still warm. 8 to 9, you can push harder in early March. You're still planting cool season crops, but you can start transitioning. Your winners are potatoes if you plant them in your area. All greens, lettuce, spinach, kale, and chards. Herbs like cilantro, parsley, and dill are a great choice. Your start or transplant options depend on your local night, so you also may be able to start tomatoes and peppers outdoor in protected spots or transplant early starts. For containers, you can do cilantro and parsley are easy wins and high use in the kitchen. Backyard, mulch early to hold moisture and slow weed pressure. Anybody who has a lot of yard, this is a good window to plant a larger block of potatoes or onions if you want volume. So for zone D, that's 11, 10 to 11, your hotter, mild winters, you can still run cool season crops, but this is a go time for March. You also want to think about the heat coming in. Beans, depending on your microclimate, cucumbers if your nights are consistently warm, and herbs that love warmth, basil, start, plus chives or oregano. Now, these hot zones, the game is timing. You want strong roots before the real heat starts. So, you want to do this now. Here's a checklist that works in every zone. Check your sun. Aim for about 6 to 8 hours for most crops. Check that soil. If it's muddy or cold, don't fight it. Prep and wait. Moisture check. Those seeds need consistent moisture to germinate and protect. We want to do crop cover ready, a sheet or a row cover, or a frost cloth if that night dips. So you only want to do one thing in this window: plant or start a cool season win that you will actually eat: greens, peas, or herbs. So that's your early March. Next up is our early March What to Do for Fruit Trees, Bushes, and Vines by Zone Band. Then we'll move into mid March planting, dropping your zone band in the comments and tell me what you're planning first. Thanks for watching. I'm Phil Davis, and I hope you start your early March season off to a great one. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace. That's it, folks. You can go to Ancestry Lands to start owning property today with payments starting at $250 a month, no credit checks, and owning land has never been easier. It's time to build your land portfolio one property at a time. We help you to get dollars from dirt and build generational wealth by owning small plots of affordable vacant land. Contact us to learn more. Oh, and speaking of dollars from dirt, I also wrote a book about investing in land for you readers out there. My book, Getting Dollars from Dirt, A Beginner's Guide to Vacant Land Investing, is on Amazon. The link is in the description section below. Inside, you'll learn simple, easy to read insights that will have you understanding why you should own land today. For more tips and tricks, subscribe for updates, comment below, and let us know what you enjoyed about this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
And remember, like and subscribe.